Congratulations. Congratulations. I extend congratulations to you for purchasing the CFO Financial Reporting Clarity Pack. My name is Alex Gordon, creator of the Business Coaching Club, the founder of the Business Coaching Club, and creator of the CFO Financial Reporting Pack. I've been a management accountant for the past 25 years, working as a finance manager, as a fractional CFO throughout London, just helping small businesses come to terms with managing their business through their numbers. Not the compliance side of accounting, but managing their business through the numbers, understanding the numbers and holding it on a monthly basis to see where they're going. I created this because there was a problem. I recognized there's an issue when it comes to understanding what the information means. You get the information to a certain point, it's in their hands. Not everyone understands spreadsheets. Not everyone likes spreadsheets. Not everyone can see what you see in spreadsheets. And therefore, what I'm doing today is helping you walk through the CFO Financial Reporting Board Level Pack. What this does is produces board level reports within 5 minutes or less. That's the promise. And so let me walk you through the setup so you can get on your feet immediately. What you've purchased, the links are below, the manual's inside, so read through it carefully before you take a step further. Thank you. Right, so this is our board level CFO reporting pack. This is our CFO financial reporting pack. It covers the fiscal year 31st of March 26 for a UK-based business. Its purpose is simple: to remove confusion between profit, cash, and control. Many boards look at strong growth and assume the business is safe. But this document exists to show what is really happening underneath the numbers. What you're about to see is not a sales report, it's a decision report. What this document represents is designed for owners, directors, and senior leadership. It brings together performance, financial position, and the risk into one view. It is built using the CFO Financial Reporting Clarity Framework. The goal is not detail, the goal is understanding. Everything here answers 3 questions. Are you ready for those 3 questions? What is happening? What this means next? And what needs attention now? Clarity is what's actually happening now. So let's start with the executive summary. The headline is clear. The commercial model works. Revenue growth is up by 552%, reaching £36,387. Gross margin is exceptional at 94.6%. Remember, this is a demo company, okay? Just bear in mind, this is a demo company, okay? Net margin is 46.1%. On paper, this is a highly profitable business. But alongside those wins, the risks are immediate. Cash on hand is £924. This gives the business a runway of just 0.6 months. Half of the reported profit is locked in unpaid invoices. There is also an immediate VAT liability of £1,194. So while the P&L looks strong, the balance sheet tells a very different story. So what does this signal? Well, as we move into the revenue and profitability pages, the signal becomes clearer. Growth has been validated by the market. And you can see, compared to the prior year, growth has been validated by the market of 552% year-on-year growth. Profitability looks good. Cost of sales, net margin, gross profit, expenses, net profit. Unit economics are healthy. The issue is not demand. The issue is timing. Profit is being recognized long before cash is collected. This creates a funding gap. The business is effectively financing its customers' growth. The gap widens as sales increase. Without intervention, growth increases risk rather than reducing it. The cash trap analysis shows clearly 19,441 is tied up in receivables. Operating cash flow is only £8,592. This is why the bank balance does not reflect the profit figure. So, what needs attention? Now, look at the balance sheet. Technically, the business is solvent. The current ratio is 1.51, but practically it is exposed. Cash is lower than immediate tax obligations. Monthly burn is approximately 1,500. This leaves no margin for error. The working capital section highlights the core control issue. Days sales outstanding, which is our debtor days, has increased from 65 days to 205 days. This is a 140-day slowdown in collections. Sales velocity has increased, collection velocity has collapsed. This is the choke point in the business. Then we explain why those outcomes exist. Then we show the pressure points. The cost and ROI section highlights advertising spend. Advertising makes 50% of administration costs. It costs 24% of total revenue. This is not labeled as wrong. It is flagged for verification. Return on ad spend must be justified. The return on ad spend must justify this cash outlay. If it does not, this is a lever to protect liquidity quickly. The financial health dashboard brings everything together: growth, margins, and structure. Growth, margins, and structure are strong. Cash runway and collections speed are critical. So if you can see the growth side, revenue growth, gross margin, net profit, current ratio, all strong. Green. The red is the cash runway and the debtor days. This is a strong commercial engine with an empty fuel tank. Who's this most useful for? This report is critical when growth is accelerating, cash feels tighter despite profits, the business is scaling, directors want confidence, not reassurance. It is especially valuable before problems surface. This pack is built from real data. Well, it's built from a demo data, but if it does not tell you what to do, it shows you what is true. Clarity creates calm. Calm enables good decisions. And that is what the CFO level reporting is designed to deliver. It allows you to make the decisions that you need to make. So thank you very much. Thank you very much. And watch for the next section. Welcome back. Now we're going to take you into the brain of the setup, where everything happens, where everything gets magnified, where you can control the output for your report. So we're going to look through the overview and core function of Notebook LM. It's an AI-powered note-taking and source analysis grounded in your uploaded documents and links. And you need to understand this. This system is grounded in what you import, what you upload. You chat with your sources to get answers and insights. Now let's shift to the final section of this document. What you're seeing here is not part of the financial reporting itself. This is an instructional layer. It explains how Notebook LM is used to create clarity from complex documents like the board pack. The purpose is straightforward: to show how leaders can interact with their own reports rather than passively read. What Notebook LM represents is an AI-powered research analysis environment. It is grounded only in documents you upload. As I said before, that matters. It means insights come from your data. In this context, it acts as a thinking partner for board packs. Right, so leaders will interrogate the information to get the data out. So let me talk you through how it works. So to log into Notebook LM, you must have a Gmail account. Make sure you've got a Gmail account. And sorry, there's three things you probably need: a Gmail account and a Canva account. Yes, a Gmail account and a Canva account for later use. So there's two things: Gmail account and Canva account for later use. Read through the manual I've given you. So I'm just going to walk you through. I'm not going to take you in detail. To log into your Gmail account, you log in your normal way. And if you look on your front of your login to the far right, to those 9 dots, if you click on that, you will then take you to what we call Notebook LM. Or you could type in notebooklm.com in the browser, and it takes you and allows you to log in. But if you're logged into your Gmail account, it will take you straight in. When you log into the Notebook LM, this is what you will see. You will see, probably in your case, you haven't got a Notebook LM account. So you will see that yours is empty. Mine has got some stuff in it. And you go to the option that says Create New Notebook. Create New Notebook. And when you create a new notebook, make sure you give it a title. Title the notebook for what it's going to be used for. Okay? Title the notebook for what it's going to be used for. This is for you for your board reports, for company reports, for XYZ. Now, the instructions show 3 core areas on the screen. On the left, you add sources. These can be PDFs, spreadsheets, documents, or links. This board report will be on one of those sources. In the center is the chat. In the center is the chat, where instructions are given, and you will communicate with the Notebook LM. This is where you ask questions, not surface level questions, but interpretation questions. For example, where is cash getting trapped? What risk is increasing as revenue grows? What decision does this report force? On the right hand is the studio panel. And in the studio panel, this is where outputs are created: summaries, briefings, reports, mind maps. Everything is derived directly from the uploaded material. So why does this matter? Real value here is speed. Boards and owners are time poor. Notebook LM reduces the line between data and understanding. It allows you to test assumptions, stress test narratives, to surface risk early instead of waiting for the next meeting, instead of relying on gut feel. The tool supports better oversight, not by replacing judgment, but by sharpening it. It helps leaders prepare better questions, focus meetings on decisions, reduce noise in reporting, and stay anchored in evidence. It turns reports from static documents into active tools. So on the left-hand side, this is where all the sources are uploaded. So you add source, as you can see, and then your profit and loss and balance sheet that you've uploaded in PDF format, your profit and loss and balance sheet in PDF format. Your profit and loss may have the current month and current budget, or current year and prior year. It's up to you. Whatever you upload, it comes into this section, and the ticks mean that those are the reports that have been reported against. If you don't want it included, you just untick it and it won't be included. But in this occasion, the 2 reports you uploaded will be ticked and will be reported. And then what you then do, there's a custom prompt that I'll give you. Load the custom prompt. Top right corner. And I will show you that how you get there, because it's not showing at the moment. But how you get there is the top right corner. There's 3 lines. You enter the prompt there, and it now determines what happens inside of Notebook LM. In the chat, you then type in, please analyze. You ask it to do what you want it to do. Analyze the report, and it will just analyze the base information that's in there. And then a summary will appear on the front of the screen telling you what's it can constitute. In this case, you'll have a board-ready report in the chat for you to highlight and paste into Google Docs. And then on the right-hand side, once you've done that, the studio will generate the slide deck. So let me show you in a minute in reality what actually happens. And I'll take you through it. So you use the Notebook LM to utilize the chat, interact with your sources to generate insights and summaries. Use a studio to navigate to the studio panel on the right. Select slide deck, click the slide deck icon indicated by the red arrows in the examples, and automatically Notebook use your chat context to draft your presentation. Okay. So let's stop sharing now. And let's take you to my Notebook LM so you can see what's actually going on. Right, so we're inside of Notebook LM now. So on the right hand, on the left, extreme left, where they add the sources, that's where you add to bring your data into the system. And then everything will be ticked when it comes in. And only the data that you want, where the report's going to be run against, you leave ticked. So in this case, I've loaded my logo in here to give it the feel of what everything should look like. Now, on this case here, what will happen, you'll come to the middle section where the chat is, and the 3 lines, you configure the notebook by pasting in the instructions I give you. The instructions I give you to tell you what to do, tell the notebook LM what to do, to produce the reports, produce the cash flow, and give you the narrative. You paste that content in there. And then you, in the chat, because it's ticked, you will say, please analyze. And if you notice it will start churning away. It will start churning away. And as it churns away, it will then produce the board level report that you're looking for, that you copy into your Word document for presentation. You format it how you like it, and it will give you the actual wording for the report. What you should do before you paste it is just to look through and make sure you're happy with everything that's there. Verify the information that's there. So everything's here. We've got the analysis. Everything is here. So what you would do at this point is read through the document, make sure you're happy with it. It's got the tables, everything calculated as instructed. And when you get to the end, I'm not going to read through this now, but this is for you to do. You save the note. If you press save note, what will then happen on the right-hand side, the note will appear. What you then want to happen on the right-hand side is then click on the 3 dots and then make the note a source, convert to source. Once you convert it to source, it means that you now have that document produced on the left-hand side, ready for you to run the report against. So mine has saved itself somewhere. I've got several here at the moment. Yeah. And what you will then do, you untick everything else, and you only tick the document that you produced. This report here that you produced, you only tick that document, and then what you then do is come to the slide deck, click on the slide deck for it to run the report. It will run it accordingly. If you want, you can put the instructions in the custom box here. But because I've already briefed it, you don't need to do that. You just generate the report in there. And what will then happen, you will then be produced with a report. And here's what I did earlier. Let's show you a prettier one. Right, let's show you that one. There's one I produced earlier, and what it will do, it will give you the information as requested. Yes, in the slide deck. Okay. What you then do after you've looked through and you're happy with it, you then click on the download button and click on the download button and it will download. What you would then do is go to Canva. I've given you the code. I've given you a link for Canva. Use that code to upload the document into Canva. And I don't know if you can see what I'm doing now. So let's stop sharing. Let's take the screen to the code for Canva. Canva PDF converter. So let's take you back so you can go back into my Zoom. And let's now share with you the Canva. I just wanted to show you the Canva. What happens when you try to put this? Yes, here we go. Let's see if I can do it from here. Canva.com. Convert to PDF. No, it's not coming up on here. Well, I've given you the link, and once you get to that link, you then upload into Canva. You should be able to still see it. Let me try again just for your sake. You should be able to still see it. Let's try again. Oh, here we are. Yes. Right, we got there. We got there. Right. So here's what it looks like. So when you've taken the link, canva.com, PDF to PPT converter, to PowerPoint converter, you will upload the PDF that's been downloaded from Notebook LM. Just click on it. Let's see if I can find one more. Yep, just click on it. It will then convert for you in PowerPoint format, sitting inside of Canva. So now it is sitting inside of Canva, waiting for you to add any, put a front cover on it, put a logo, anything you want on it, you can put, but you can more or less set this all up from inside of Notebook LM, because this one you're looking at was totally formatted in Notebook LM. Anything you want to do, you can edit it with Canva, then download to PowerPoint or Google Slides, depending on what you're trying to do. Now, as I said, the manual is inside. The links are down below for you to download. Best of luck, have fun, and just make sure the data you're putting in, you have verified and you've checked it before you put it in, because garbage in is garbage out. My name is Alex Gordon from the Business Coaching Club, creator of the CFO Financial Reporting Clarity Pack. Any issues, send an email to support@businesscoachingclub.com. The email address will down below for links to any issues. Okay, thank you very much. Have fun.